So we're going to talk a little bit about Harry Plopper, Scary Potter, Scary Plopper, and about J.K. Rowling. Because if we look at these books and dissect them, we can see bit by bit where her racism and transphobia come into play. In the first couple of books, you can notice a few little odd things. But in the fourth book, things really get ramped up in terms of where she's poking in her little personal beliefs. She has a lot of issues with trans women, and she claims it's because she says it's because somebody who was a trans woman like abused her in some way. And I don't want to discredit anybody who says that they've been abused by another person. What I do want to discredit is her theory that all trans women are just men dressed up as a woman in order to prey on other women, because that is categorically untrue. And if you've ever met a trans person in your life, you know it's not just a costume. They're not just dressing up. They're not just saying, hey, let me pretend to be a woman so I can prey on kids and other women. They are women. Their journey as a woman might be a little different from my journey because I have ovaries and a uterus. Well, I don't have a uterus anymore, but I had a uterus until 2 years ago. You get the picture. And trans women have to deal with other issues like the fact that they have a prostate, and that's something that's an experience unique to trans women because cis women or non-binary people who were assigned female at birth don't have prostates. But anyway, so J.K. Rowling is weaving these mindsets and beliefs into her books, and sometimes it's subtle, and sometimes it's outright shown to us. For example, in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Book 4, we meet Rita Skeeter on page for the first time in the series, the acclaimed witch journalist herself with her magical pens that write down whatever she wants instead of what's actually being said. So, when we first meet Rita, she bursts into this room in the castle to talk to the Triwizard champions. And the first one she goes after is Harry, the meek, mild little 14-year-old boy. I don't know if he grew up to continue as meek and mild, but he sure was in the first couple of books. And anyway, we see her take him into a little tiny cramped broom closet where her big mannish hands write down whatever she wants instead of whatever Harry's actually saying. Oh, his eyes glistened with tears. No, they didn't. Oh, he did this. No, he didn't. Come on. So right there, she's describing Rita as having big mannish hands, and she's not doing it because she knows that some women have bigger hands than other women. Some people just have big hands. Some people have small hands. If you were to compare me and my brother's hands side by side, maybe you could figure out which one belonged to a dude. Maybe you couldn't. I mean, they don't have outrageously huge hands, and my brother Ted he's pretty delicate. He's always been really skinny though. He's got high metabolism and a chronic illness that makes him skinny. So you can't always tell by looking at somebody's hands, but she weaves in this little snippet of, oh, Rita has big mannish hands. Like, what is the point of doing that other to try and discredit Rita as a woman and to make it seem like she's preying on this innocent child? And she was preying on him. She was preying on Harry. And to include another thought process in this, she has a character in her, the Cuckoo's Nest, her Robert Galbraith books, and the detective. I can't remember his name because I DNF'd Was it both of those books in that series? I didn't finish them because they were absolute garbage. And there's one scene where the detective describes a trans woman using a slur and says, "Oh, pre-op or post-op." And this is so disgusting because it doesn't matter if you have an eggplant or a taco between your legs. You can be a trans person and still have genitalia that doesn't necessarily match with who you are as a person. The type of genitalia you have does not determine who you are as a person. There are trans people who still have a taco or an eggplant, but who are trans men or trans women, and their genitals don't claim that one or the other. It's not about what's in your pants, it's about who you are. So I take a lot of issue with that. And when I look at the way she treats like characters of color, she literally named the one Chinese character in the book Cho Chang. And none of the black characters are MCs. None of them. Zero. There's not a single black teacher. There's not a single Asian teacher. There's not a single indigenous teacher. They're all white as Cracker Barrel. And it's really disturbing. So I think it's important for us to look at her personal beliefs and understand that, yes, this woman has absolutely 100% weaved her hatred and bigotry into her books because she genuinely believes that trans people are evil and bad and doesn't care about them. And it's disgusting. So I highly encourage you to think critically about why you like these books and why you continue to support J.K. Rowling if you do. Thank you. I'll be back with more Harry Potter videos soon.